Yo, what's going on, everybody? Back for this Wednesday slate. We have an 8-game baseball slate for today, so let's get right into it. Please like and subscribe before we get started. Starting off at pitcher, I like Mike Soroka at 8,800. He gets to face 7 righties in this lineup. He's been dominant against righties this season. He's held righties to just a 157 batting average and a 200 slugging percentage. The only lefties he's going to face are going to be Carpenter and Wong. He's at an extremely good price tag, and he's just been dominant this whole season. 1.21 ERA, 31 strikeouts in just 29 and 2/3 innings. Has yet to give up a home run. Just been super efficient on the mound, and I think he can continue that today against the Cardinals. And the second guy I like is going to be Jalen Beeks. So Beeks is facing the Marlins. He's probably going to come in relief, like Stanik's probably going to pitch like an inning, and then he's going to come in. He's gone pretty deep, gone 75 pitches in 2 out of his last 3 starts, 75 plus pitches in 2 out of the last 3 starts. The Marlins offense is very anemic, especially against lefties. They strike out a bunch. He has just been good on the season with the strikeouts, about averaging exactly a strikeout per inning. Has a great ERA, 2.48, and best matchup that he's had this season. So I like Jalen Beeks here at 7,600. So going with those two guys leaves us with 4,200 left for the bats. Definitely want to stack up the Astros again. I mean, you might get tired of stacking up the same team, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've just been getting so lucky with the pitchers they've been getting to face lately, starting with in Texas and now with the trash pitchers the Tigers have been rolling out. Gregory Soto got called up from AA, not even AAA, and as you would expect the guy that hasn't even pitched in AAA, he got absolutely rocked in his first start against the Twins. Only had 1 strikeout in 4 innings, gave up 9 hits, just looked lost on the mound, and they expect this guy to pitch again. They're asking to get their ass handed to them once again. The bullpen is not good. The Astros' best team in the league and best hitting team in the league and best team against lefties. So you just got to stack the Astros up. That's why I went kind of cheap at pitching, so I can make sure I can fit those two in. Make sure I can fit that stack in. But besides the Astros, I like the Ranger stack a lot. The Rangers get to face Lopez here. And Lopez has been really bad against lefties, and this lineup for the Rangers is full of lefties. So Jorge Lopez has over a 6 ERA this season. He's just not very good, gives up a lot of hard contact too. And there are some good hitters in this Texas lineup, especially some of the lefties. So he's given up a 3.19 batting average to lefties this season with a 6.67 slugging. So I definitely like some of the lefties in the Rangers. So besides those two teams, I think the Braves. I like some of the Braves and a couple Phillies. So those are the top 4 stacks for me. Starting off at first base, though, I like Aledmys Diaz. He's 4,100. He's been crushing it. You can play him at second base, too. He's been just making the most of his opportunity with Jose Altuve on the IL. He's another guy that they have on the team that just doesn't strike out. Only has 10 strikeouts in 76 at-bats this season. That is ridiculous. He has 14 plus DraftKings points in 4 straight games, 3 straight 2-hit games, 3 home runs in his last 4 days. So much power from him. Just been crushing it. Can't ask for a better matchup here against a trash lefty. So you gotta like him. He's fairly cheap too for just how well he's been playing. Next up at second base, I like Odor. So Odor's pretty cheap at just 3,700. I showed you guys the numbers for Lopez. He's just not good at all against lefties. And Odor, if you don't look at the batting average, if you just look at how he's been playing recently, and you look at the sample size of his career, you expect him to be much better throughout the rest of the season. Just has gone off to a terrible start. He has 41 strikeouts and 98 at-bats, so almost like striking out over 40% of the time. Lopez has some strikeout stuff, but he's not like a shutdown strikeout guy. So hopefully Odor can continue making contact And he has been hitting the ball well as of late. He has some stolen base upside too. He hit two doubles yesterday, and then he's hit home runs. He's hit 2 of his home runs have come in the past 10 days. So I like Odor. He has power, and this pitcher gives up a lot of power. In the outfield, George Springer at 5,800. So I'm going to continue playing Springer. Had another home run. This one was an inside the park one. So he's continuing to post high DraftKings points. Gets the entire lineup gets a tremendous matchup here against Soto. Springer has a career 250 ISO, I believe, against lefties, and this season he's hitting well over 300 against lefties. Just been crushing them. Has over a 400 ISO against lefties. So you gotta love Springer at 5,800. And then I like Nomar Mazara. He is fairly cheap at just $4,000. He has a bunch of power. He's been hitting the ball pretty well too as of late, with 4 hits in his last 2 games. He does not strike out as much as Odor, but he still has a lot of power. And especially against Lopez here in this ballpark, it's decent to hit in. Not as good as Texas, obviously, but it's not the worst. Hitting park, especially against lefties, is fairly favorable to lefties. I like Mazara here at $4,000. Seems pretty cheap and has a lot of power, as we all know. So those are the 6 players that I have my eye on as of now. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it, and good luck today.